Hello guys, my name is Ryan Jordan and this is 7 at 7. Today we are talking about the biggest flexes in the Bible. And the coolest thing is, you guys actually asked for me to be, well, me. Now you're gonna get me, so let's roll intro. 7 at 7 is a place where we do different series for different kind of things, and the new thing is the biggest flexes of the Bible. Now what is a flex, you ask? A flex is those amazing moments in movies where actors walk away from an explosion.
Yeah, cool guys don't look at explosions. They blow things up and then walk away.
Or when a tiny little dude beat up everyone in the schoolyard. It's those amazing time pause things that is just wow. But sometimes you get people that think they have an amazing flex, but they do not, like this poor dude.
And here's what happened when one confident guy flexed his biceps.
Awesome, the Christian and Christian Dior.
Whoa, what is this? Oh my goodness! Holy moly! Oh my God! Man, you've been stoned, my brother!
Now, when we go look at the biggest flexes in the Bible, there is a lot of stories that you guys know, or maybe do not know, that has amazing flexes, like David and Goliath. This little dude just coming in and bouncing a giant with a rock between his eyes. And there is so many more, but we all know that Jesus has the biggest and greatest flex of them all. He actually died and rose up from the grave, moved a big rock, and he's alive. I think that's the most biggest flex in the Bible. But you guys also want to learn something, so there's a lot of stories that you do know, that you do not might know, that you maybe heard of, or that you maybe just thought of. I don't know, maybe just read a passage across it. But the whole point of this is we're gonna reach some stories that you might not. We're gonna read some stories that you might not know. So let's see how this goes. This is the biggest flexes in the Bible, and we're starting at 1 Kings 18, and it's about this dude named Elijah. Now there has a big war and stuff that happened in this country, and the people that was there that needed to praise God, they went the other way. They have found some new gods that they thought, you know what, these guys are cool, we're gonna praise them instead of the one true God, that is our God, the great God, the big God, the God is so awesome. Now the prophet Elijah, he's a prophet of God. Now his people, or the prophets of the one true God, was being murdered out, but luckily some of them hid away in cave. Now Elijah was the only one. There's a whole backstory to it. You can go read Kings. It's really awesome. It's better than Game of Thrones. Yes, I said it. It's better than Game of Thrones. There's some cool stuff that happens in there, so just go read it. Now, when Elijah comes, he's the one prophet of God that actually came forth, and he told this one king, Arab, basically it sounded like Aaron when I read that for the first time. He told Arab he's going to meet him on Mount Carmel. Now the whole point of this is the whole people of Israel is going to be there to watch this whole thing, mostly like a idol show. They're going to basically vote at the end of this game to see who wins. But this isn't a game, this is a huge thing that's gonna happen. So they arranged this meeting on Mount Carmel, and when they got there, okay, cool, so what happens? Who is on Mount Carmel? It's Elijah, the one prophet of God. He's a lonesome dude. There was about 400 prophets of Baal. So it's one dude, 400 prophets of Baal, and here is the game. Here's the flex. Now, the first flex that Elijah did is he said, you know what? I'm gonna be my lonesome, and there's 400 other people that's gonna go against me. That is insane. If you heard that, I would just be like, nah, dog, I'm out. So Elijah came, and this is the thing So Elijah came, and this is the thing that they did. Back in that day, they did offerings to their gods and to the things they believe in. Elijah said, you know what, we're gonna do 2 altars. Now on these altars you're gonna place a bull, and normally you would set it on fire, and then that's your offer to your God. But here comes the kink. Elijah was just like, but you're not allowed to set it on fire. Your God needs to set it on fire. So he obviously, with the flexing that he has, he tells them, you know what, you guys can go first. So here comes the people of Baal and the prophets, and they assemble this altar, and they put the bull on this altar, and they start praying, and this is the morning, and they start praying, and they're worshiping him and going down on their knees, and it gets to the afternoonish side. I would get tired. Elijah got tired, and he's starting to flex. One of the first things that he says is, maybe your God is asleep. Like, damn. While these guys are going at it, and they're going hard, Elijah is just giving their disses one after another, being super confident. These guys went so crazy, they started to cut themselves to their God. Please set this altar on fire. But nothing happened. So Elijah comes and he's like, okay, you know what? Let's assemble the altar. There's a cool way he did it. Go find it out in the book, 1 Kings 18. Go read it. It's very cool. And he came to and they made this altar. So, and he said something special. Build a trench around it. Like, what? And the first time I read it, I'm like, what's happening? Why do you need to make a trench around your altar? And he pulls some guys closer and he's like, you guys, here's some cakes. Go fill it up with water and throw it over the altar and the bull. That's a huge flex, because they didn't just do it once, they did it twice. No, they didn't just do it twice, they did it for the third time. Everything was drenched and the trench around it was full of water. That's flexing hard. You're very cocky, very confident, or maybe overconfident, but he's flexing super hard. At this moment, Elijah comes forward, he goes down on his knees and he prays to our God. And basically what this prayer is about is like, man, just show them that you are the one true God. And at that moment, the biggest thing ever happened. This is my favorite Bible story in this whole Bible. I love it so much. Fire came out of heaven and destroyed the rocks and the altar. It literally burned up the whole bull. The water was gone, the ground was burned. And yeah, the voters of idols, they voted Elijah's side.
I don't think we need a vote.
All right, let's do it.
You are going to Hollywood.
And that is one of the biggest flexes in the Bible. There is definitely more to come. Please go read the story. It's super cool. If you want to see a new story, please comment down below. What story do you want to see? I'll see you guys next week.